video downloader for today. That's going to be the project that we're working on. I forked the repository with some of the code, so if you guys can't follow me or you lose track of where I am at, you guys can go to this link down here.
I appreciate it.
And all the code for the project is there. So if you get lost at any point, you can just reference that. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna code.
I didn't get a chance to write down that.
Yeah, I'll get back.
Thank you very much.
You want me to sit here? You want me to sit here? Okay. What's up?
Let's get the slides on this. I'm like, wait a second. I can just look at it now.
Executive privilege.
Yep.
You can put yourself back here. I'm gonna go back.
I should have known it's
Okay, does everyone have this link? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get started now, guys. So, first I want you guys to head over to GitHub. You should have made a GitHub account. And we're gonna go ahead and create a GitHub repo. If I'm going too fast for you guys, please raise your hand. Let me know. I will slow down. Alright. So go ahead, sign into your GitHub account, and then on the top right, you're going to go to your repositories. And you're going to click new. Now you guys can name the repository anything you want. I'm going to name it Git Workshop. And I'm going to create the repository. Okay. Is everyone caught up to this? Okay. Now, I want you guys to head over to your terminal window.
Command prompt? Yeah, it's command prompt windows.
Okay. And we're gonna make a directory. So on Mac, this is how you make a directory.
You do NodeJS or command prompt?
Just command prompt. Yeah, we can't really see that.
Yes.
Is there a way to like cut the lights down some? You can't really see the screen.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Is that too dark?
Is that better for you guys?
Oh, a little bit more.
We should get like one light.
MKDIR.
Okay.
I can't get that.
There we go.
Okay, can everyone see this?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, so we're gonna make a directory for our project. I'm gonna name this GitHub Workshop. I'm gonna make this I'm gonna make the yes.
Can you make it larger? Can I see it more clearly?
Okay.
MKDIR.
Is this better?
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the GitHub directory that I just made. And from here, I'm going to initialize my Git repository. In order to do that, you want to run Git and Github. So I just initialized a Git repository for that directory. Okay. So did you guys decide front end and back end developers for your group? Awesome. We're going to start with backend code. So backend developers. We're going to make another directory inside of this directory. And we're going to name this server.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you guys to make this directory, and then we're going to go to that directory.
Select enter and enter.
Is everyone still following me?
I press enter.
Put a space in between it. Between MKDIR and Git.
I was not able to set up Git. Downloaded it. Like, what does it do?
It's already on your inside of here. It's MKDIR server, right?
Yeah.
So after you initialize it, just go ahead and create another directory called server.
Yeah.
Server.
Yes, then you just do
Enter here.
you want to call it just the name of the folder for a project.
It's not loaded.
Hit enter.
It's not loaded. Press enter.
Yeah, press enter. You hit enter. There you go. And then you're gonna hit. Type in CD.
Yep.
Alright, is he not in there?
Yeah, so go ahead and create
MKDIR GitHub Workshop. Wait, hold
Oh, type Git in it.
on.
and then
INIT.
so it doesn't link
CD
to
And then
Make sure you type in C up top, the first code, like the first MKDIR GitHub
oh wait, no,
Workshop.
you got type. Make a
It
directory
doesn't, oh,
called
you're good there, but
MKDIR needs to make directory.
did you see how after I typed mine in?
MKDIR needs to make
Yeah, CD, you're good.
server. And then CD
So
needs to
CD.
make directory. So we're going to the directory.
And then hit space, and then if you hit tab, if you hit,
Is that
it'll
your
just
person?
hit tab, it'll automatically
Oh, okay, I was thinking no,
type that in.
it's
So
separate, like
if you start to type it in the tab, it'll type in what you have
Mark the
to
framework.
hit enter, and then you're in. So then you would,
So I missed this part
want
too.
to
Like, you wanted
empty
us
the
to go
JIT
somewhere.
repository, so type in GIT,
Like, you wanted us to like, I created my GitHub
Space.
account. Do you want me to do anything here?
Oh,
IN,
that's what you created.
Oh, that's so.
That's how you should have it.
enter. Cool, now you're with me, and then hit MKDIR. Space. Server. Enter. And then CD server.
By the time we get on
Space.
Yep.
are you on coffee?
Working on it.
Working on it?
I can pair up with someone.
Is it okay if you guys?
Yep.
Alright.
And then that's it. That's where we are right now. If you look at the screen, we're inside the server.
I was thinking, can my keyboard okay? You should be good. Are you stuck or like you're just trying to get
So
it?
many.
Oh, you're just starting. Okay. Design. Yeah. I mean, well, what are you doing right now? Just.
I'm just like signing
Oh, signing up. Okay.
CD. What is that?
Change
We're actually not that far.
Also,
All I do is
Git
sign up and
Bash might
just
also
create the Git server.
Is that what he's on?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Because he's on a. Where's your directory for?
No, not this app.
Yeah, this might be good. Yeah, because I don't know. I kind of like this kind of setup.
So what was this? This is 10 directory. Let's see the
No, you're all set.
That means make
Yeah,
directory.
you're
It just creates a new, like, you know, you create a folder. It's just that.
Yeah, we can do that. This should be good.
make direction.
Yeah, that's like MK make dir directory.
So where is this been saved back on my laptop?
It should be in this place right here. Users,
Users. Oh, okay.
and then just somewhere. Actually, might be not your desktop. I'm not sure how to get there. It's just really good at
It's in there.
it.
Type in PWD. What is that?
Working directory.
Okay.
Your current.
That's your current. Okay, so hit enter. That's your working directory. And then you're gonna hit. You're gonna be.
MKDIR.
Okay.
Like
I have
everything
a
from.
desktop Mac, I have a MacBook, so.
I guess yeah.
And hit it again.
Well, it's
Let's
not
say,
a fair location.
workshop.
So we're gonna put
So
it on
PWD
Oh, okay.
is current directory.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a
I
that's
think
a
it's print
distracting.
or
Alright, so
something
good.
working.
So I just hit enter at the NKDI.
You can, if you really want to find it, you can just look it up.
That's make directory. That means like make a folder.
And then CD is.
Change directory.
And then L is just look up, right?
Yeah, like list everything and add that directory. So then say GitHub Workshop.
Because that's what I named mine. I didn't say workshop. So
Okay, that's fine. And then CD enter. Enter.
enter and then CD.
Yeah.
And CD.
Oh. It already exists. Hang on. Did you already do it?
It's not workshop in here. See,
Oh.
over there. See, I just put work in here.
Oh, really? Git. Okay. You're all caught up now. We're working now.
So I don't need this one here.
Nah.
You're good.
And do I need JS Node?
Yeah, did you install it?
Yeah, it's, I already have one of the headings right
And
here.
you got Visual Studio?
Visual Studio. Do I have that? Can hear you.
Yeah, open that. NodeJS?
Did you open the Visual Studio? Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it, but I don't know.
This is
Git
what he
Bash.
was working. This is what he was working in, was it?
Nah, you were working on that. That's Git Bash. And that's the same thing he's but before we were in the command prompt. But this is exactly what he's on. He's on Git Bash. This is Git Bash right here.
So this is so normally the loop is what's going to happen.
What you get when you go up here, though, you see how we went to Git Bash, you type in PWD, that opened up, opened up our current directory, so like command prompt, and just switched it over. It opened up the current directory. And then you looked up the files that are in there. You just switched to GitHub Workshop.
So whatever we did on the command prompt,
You just switched it over.
this is what's in here.
Yeah, but he'd rather have us use this because he thinks it's a little bit better, so he just switch it all over.
When I first got here, it would take me a long time just to get those screens up.
For real.
I would get the screens up and then I would be so far behind. I just sit here and watch.
Yeah. Do they have partners customers or do you have to partner up with somebody?
No, they help me out some, but it's like now. I have never seen none of this. PWD.
Yeah, that's just the current.
I didn't even know what that meant, and I still really don't. but I've heard it before since you said it.
It just
So
all
the
it does
notes
is
that
open
we
your directory.
so
So like that
download, like I would
PWD,
download that too.
it
Like,
opened up
you don't
the
open a separate app, right?
What do you mean current
The
directory?
notes,
Like,
yes,
Git
notes or
logo.
something.
Oh no, that does open a different app. That should.
This would be different.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because I know I download that.
I don't know exactly what you're
like,
saying yet.
like the PWD is your current directory, right? Your current directory was command prompt, and you created your current directory. Remember in command prompt, you just did that. The work, GitHub Workshop. That was your current directory in command prompt. And you want to switch it over here, so we opened it, changed the directory to GitHub Work, and you created that over there, and then I run.
Where are you downloading?
Download icons.
I'm trying to make it make sense, because I don't really understand myself. But make it
Oh, NodeJS. No, that's language. It's not. So that's just a language. It's like a framework.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
yeah, exactly.
Paying them to teach me.
Yeah, the only thing that you download that should be that I can remember off the top of my head that was supposed to be downloaded is Visual Studio Code. That should be like a physical thing, or not really physical, but you know what I mean. I don't know about. Yeah, that should be the only thing. GitHub's online, so yeah. And it's on the download, so it should be fine. Be good.
I have a man over there. Yeah, where's Yeah.
So did you? But did you make the Git server already? The Git server. Do you remember opening up terminal at all? Okay, so yeah, you probably did. All right, so just make a directory that's mkdir.
Same class as you.
And
Yeah, I just see you.
no, on terminal, yeah. Type mkdir, that stands for make directory, and then you can call it whatever. No, but you got to make directory and then give it a name, like mkdir, and then name it, and then space and name it to like
No, I
whatever.
understand, like, no problem.
Is everyone caught up?
Yes.
Now you want to do cd, which stands for change directory, and then type the name that you just gave it. Alright, and then you want to type git init. That stands for git initialize.
Yeah.
No, git, like git, git. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Like the southern.
Yeah. No, init. That's good. Git init. No, the space. Okay. Put the space between init. It. There we go. And then type make directory again, mkdir, and name it server.
Alright, guys.
Space server. And then cd server.
We're gonna continue now, guys.
And now you're caught up. And he's over to see you now.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Anything we need to do.
Okay, so to reiterate what I did, I think you guys are still catching up a little bit. So in your project directory, I named mine GitHub Workshop. I know a lot of you guys just named it Workshop. Inside of that directory, we're going to create one more directory. So if you're on Mac, this is how you create a directory. mkdir space and then the name of the directory.
So this is inside the server.
Yeah, this is the server.
Are you in server though? No. It's just GitHub
I'm sorry. I put the wrong name of it. Server. Create a directory called server.
You already did that.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
We have already, right? You get the same thing.
Yeah. You
Do it again? Huh? Do it again? Okay.
No, wait, don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it again.
All right, now cd into your server directory.
CD.
So go into your server directory.
You should already be on
Oh,
it.
I got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and this directory is going to be where we start our node project. So type in npm init in this
Excuse me.
directory. Yeah.
Mine keeps saying, can I create directory server file exists?
That means you already created it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so
So we're gonna start
directory
with
called
npm
server
init.
with
So
a-
just rename it.
No, you don't need it. You got
And when you guys
So
click
you're just
enter,
gonna CD into,
you're gonna see a screen
CD
similar to this.
into server.
CD server.
Yep, CD to server.
NPM INIT.
Enter.
You guys can just hit enter through most of this. I'm not really going to go into the specifics of Node right now. I just want to focus on Git itself.
Okay. NPM. NPM. N or M?
NPM.
NPM.
And for author here, you can just put your name.
So just like keywords, you see author and put your name, or just hit insert, you see your name.
What command did you try?
Did you install
So you need to
NodeJS?
install NodeJS.
So hit enter. Because you
It was in
let
the email
it
thing.
takes like, there you go. So hit enter up until you see author. So keep hitting enter. Keep hitting enter.
Okay.
Keep hitting
When you guys finish
Keep hitting-
filling this out,
keep hitting
you can just continue through, hit
Now stop.
enter.
Go back up.
Is this okay? Yes.
And then
And you guys
type
just
in your-
created a new project.
After author, we hit enter, correct?
Yes.
Just keep
Okay.
hitting.
So I just go down to license.
One more email back. Just
And then hit enter.
you can just search. I think
Yeah.
Dylan just sent it out, so it's
There
like
you
to J Dylan.
It's okay.
Type yes.
Okay. So now we're going to connect our GitHub repository
Not that one. The one right
to
before
the
that.
repository that we just made. So I want you guys to go back to the workshop directory that we created first. We're going to head back over to our browser, and we're going to go to the GitHub repository that we created. Is that good? Can everyone see that? Bigger? Alright. Okay, so at the top of the repository that you created, you will see this URL. You can go over here and copy the URL to
Copy it.
Yes. So right now we have a repository on GitHub, and we also created a repository locally on our machine. So we need to sync the two. That's what we're going to do right now. So once you have this URL copied, go back over to the terminal window.
Where is it? Like,
The workshop
just copy it?
directory.
Yeah, copy
The
it.
directory that we
You just hit
created
this
first.
button.
oh, that
Copy
one.
it.
Copy. Yeah, then go back to terminal.
Yeah, and follows instruction.
Question.
Yes.
The workshop directory should be under the server directly, right?
The server directory should be under the workshop directory.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Sorry.
There.
So I go back to this one.
Hey, is that it?
Paste that in here.
So once we do S, is there
Yeah.
we've got different ones. Like, is this
Directory.
good?
Yeah, it's just a bit.
Oh, okay.
You wanna where you're in your GitHub workshop, so you could just
I'm gonna
go-
give everyone a minute just to catch up on this one.
We have to go back to that copy.
So you're in server. So you're like, there's one folder
So
above
take
where you
what I
currently are, and
did,
that's
the
where
CD
you
that will take you back one. So that's the beginning.
Yeah. So you always do C
Yeah, this,
space
no,
dot
no.
dot,
When
and
you
that
type
lets you
CD
do
and
that,
that will
whatever
take
your
you
name
back
is.
to the
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
Like
this
if you're
will
like
always tell you, this is the
you created it called I can't remember what you call it, YouTube download, and then
yeah, so
server.
you're in
So it's like two separate folders. So you're here in server, and that takes you back to that.
CD data.
Yep.
So
Yeah, just
copy and
space
paste
that.
that.
Isn't it control?
And control, you got it installed.
Control V.
So you,
So did you
I
copy?
mean, you yeah.
So you
Right now you should be able to do npm
that'll copy.
install.
And you go to your term, and now hit Git.
Control V. All the way at the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
So it's on your system. She might be
Hit enter from here, right?
yeah, npm.
So good.
So just, oh, you don't need it. That's, he was just putting that there.
Control V.
Whatever you called it the first time, then server. I can't remember what you called it.
What Tilda will do is, what I did was change directory now my document. What Tilda does,
CD in the server, and then try npm install. And then is it install? Try install the install. npm install. No. Did it tell you to restart when you installed it?
Yeah.
It's on here, but this should be.
Oh, so wait, you can't install it on here? Like,
No, I can. I'm just trying to save space.
I'm gonna try here.
you might have to install it on here, or at least move everything to the hard drive and work off that. That might help, but that's.
So he ran into a similar problem over there with the Git bash. I think there's different. So I'm not supposed to Git bash. I
That should be there. Exactly. So that should be fine.
Okay.
For the rest, I just stay in command prompt.
That's right.
If you'd like to, I mean, I don't honestly know this. You could probably Google it to see how to paste it to Git bash. So, yeah.
So, mine's the same way, but did the CD dot thing just say.
Yeah. So you went. This is where you
And I
currently
got
are.
that. Right. And I
Yeah.
pasted
There we go.
file.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
So
I
this
can't
is
remember
telling
how
you
they
there's
created
no
the
such file or directory.
remote server.
And you CD back in the GitHub work, and there's not. You're currently like
They're all
in your
busy.
root, and you're still in your root here, and then this is taking you to your user's profile. So you're gonna have to get back to here. So you're gonna CD GitHub work just GitHub works.
GitHub Word.
Yeah, you're
So
good.
CD GitHub.
You good? You're good too?
GitHub. Is that one word or a
I
space?
remember how to create the.
Just exactly
Nick,
as you
come-
see it right there, the yellow.
He's a create remote server, but I can't remember how to do it.
Okay, so head over to
Hit it.
you said you music or the remote.
Yeah.
Okay, so go click on your profile picture on the top right. Go to your repositories. Click on new. So hit
CD
nice. And then just type in whatever you want to name
I
this.
think I went back too far. Maybe I need to type in.
And then hit create repository. And it will provide you with a URL
I think it's
that you're going to need to
not
copy
the
to your
two dots.
clipboard.
CD
Yes.
/ and GitHub Works.
So right now we're trying to connect this.
Yeah, you're about to connect your local. We just created when you hit that Git and it, that's creating a local server, and then just create the remote server. So you're trying to link the two together. So your local changes show up remotely. So let me see something.
It would copy and paste in my
Oh,
command
you
prompt.
don't have it. Okay, cool.
So I ask him, so what are you talking about? I was trying to copy and paste that when he wanted to get bash, but it didn't work.
So
I had
with Git Bash, you
Is
can
everyone
copy
at
and
a
paste, but
point
not
where they
control
have
V. You only
a
have
repository made on GitHub?
Yeah,
And
so
they have
So-
see the URL for their repository?
Where am
but when you
I?
do this,
Raise your hand if you're not at that point yet.
Yeah, we just, you got it. It's just good.
so what you're gonna do is you're gonna do Git
Huh?
Clone, and then you're gonna
Not yet. We're going to this link. Actually,
I started and I
in the
pasted
server, CD, type CD, and then two dots.
Okay, so we're not pasting it in yet. I'm going to show you how
No,
to do
you
that.
leave the space there, but
So how do I
type
get
space two dots.
No, we're
Yeah,
not.
that'll take you back one.
So
Or whatever.
how do I get back to
you say right
where
now.
I need to
So
see?
when that happens, this is gonna download a lot of things.
No, no, you're good. It's CD, and then dot dash will take you back to the directory.
CD
Oh, wait, I see what it is. Hold on, wait.
space.
I forgot. You didn't. Got it. Do all this. Enter T, type C. All right, type your name there.
Git Workshop. Is that it?
Enter.
Yeah, so
Enter
you
again.
need to GitHub Works.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
GitHub Works.
So type in GitHub
Now
Works.
CD and then two dots. 2 periods and enter. Yeah, that puts you back to directory. I forgot you had to fill all that out.
There you go.
Well, so I'm okay. I'm back where I'm supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Everybody looks.
I don't think he copied pasted it.
Looks like they're okay. That's
Oh,
it. One page
I
copy.
have it there. You told us to copy it.
Well, I already got a
I'll
copy.
just have it in here.
Once you're finished, you can
There's a
just.
specific command I want to show you guys. I want to make sure
Once you're finished, you just uninstall Node. If you want, unless you want to, I mean, you install. I see it on both apps. So you might just install it on one of these. Or actually, if you probably not use it again, you might want to keep it on this because that means you have to move everything that works with Node onto that hard drive. So yeah.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and sync the GitHub repository with our local repository now.
Okay.
All right, so I want you guys to go to your terminal and type in git remote add origin, and then I want you to paste the URL after that.
Enter.
Yes. When you have that, just go ahead and hit enter. So what this command did, it just connected your remote repository with your local repository. So now you can push and pull to the branch, which we'll go over soon. Yes.
I'm back in like 2 seconds actually.
Did you get the fatal thing? Nope.
Get remote.
It says fatal.
Get. Did you copy and paste this link right here?
Yes, I just did. There it is right there.
That's kind of, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Get add.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do a little bit of coding now.
You know what?
So I want you to go ahead and open up this directory in VSCode or any text editor that you're using.
Man,
Yeah.
I just can't into that big I copy and paste this in here after you should give them that origin.
Oh, you're at the wrong place. Where's your Git folder?
Okay, can you guys see this or should I zoom in?
Folder, this one here.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Is that good?
Did you do npm init? Did you do npm init?
Yeah. I did.
You're on VSCode right now, right? Or VSCode?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
So you just open up VS Code and open up the directory that you created.
Open folder.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is that thing? Just open folder?
Yeah, open folder, and then where did you create the workshop directory?
That's what I do, but I'll get it right one day.
No, you're good.
When I do.
This is right here,
That's a service. That's I typed this something wrong.
Yeah, so you named your you named it YouTube downloader. So go back to your folder. Go back. So it looks like you saved it under your user.
Now you're going to go.
Here, so go back. Go back to your
You're good. I'll be right there.
Hey guys.
We gotta open a different.
That's here for 1 second. There we go.
Now where is your Git? Around here somewhere.
It's pretty fancy. Like, I'm gonna walk down here like this.
And you want to go. There you go.
Okay, so I'm right there.
You're right there.
Okay.
So it was
Thank you.
the folder. And then find, where'd you save it? Here, we can check. Under other. Okay. And then should be somewhere there. Maybe GitHub Workshop. Where is it? GitHub Workshop like that. Yeah, and then select folder. And then under server, open package.json.
So I just click on line 12 now.
Wherever he is, yeah. Thank you. That makes sense. So that's where it's.
I might start taking an hour and a half a day to learn how to code and to learn how to use stuff like this, man. 45 minutes a piece.
That's what I'm saying. Got it. Enjoy class, bro. See you next time.
What team did you join? Like mobile application development, game development? What team did you join?
I didn't join any team. I didn't make it to the development meeting, right? But I really wanted to come. But I seen which one it was. But since I'm not really a good coder or anything, can't type fast, don't know what I'm doing, and I'm probably going to be sitting in on all of them.
I joined game development. So I don't know
When something come up on Facebook or something like that, I'll just come to the meeting.
These are every Monday, right?
Yeah, these are every Monday at 4:30. I'll come to the meeting and then maybe I can get something out of all three of them. Because I ain't got many more years to work. And I'm not really doing this for me, but for my great nieces and nephews, you know what I mean? So I can show them, hey, here's how you make a game. You know what I mean?
Let's get that. Okay guys, we're gonna keep coding. So I want you guys to go to your terminal.
I have to get better. Bottom right. Or you can go there.
And from here, I want you guys to go into the server directory that you created. Oh, that's a VSCode exception.
CD server.
Did we type that code out or no?
No, you didn't.
Just
CD server.
Yeah, so I'll go into your server directory. And from here, we're going to need a few libraries to make this happen. So this is going to be kind of a long command, so I'm going to keep this up here for a while. npm install cores, express, right. And then a package for the YouTube downloader itself. And then dash save. Can you guys see that? Okay, so
Hit enter. And just
is everyone still caught up to this? Raise your hand if you weren't able to run that.
do you run it?
Run it. Do it says install.
Hold on. Did you type in?
I just ran with what he had up there. God dang, that must be a lot of stuff that came off of that. Package JSON. Yes,
Okay, guys, we're gonna keep going. So go back to. We got a question. All right, so go over to VSCode or whatever text editor you're using. Okay. So inside of the server directory, we're gonna create a file called index.js. Now, all of this code is in the GitHub repository that I had the link up for earlier. So if you guys need to reference any of this code, it's in the repository.
How do you?
So in VS Code, you can click on this folder or the file with the plus on it.
When you're done typing it, what do you hit enter?
Yes.
Because it doesn't. Oh.
Okay. So first we're going to import the 3 libraries that we just installed. So Express, cores, and the YouTube downloader. Okay, and from here, we're actually going to use the Express library to create a web server. So we're going to start out by creating a variable called app and assigning it to Express. And we're going to tell this application to listen on localhost port 4000 when we run it. So to do that, we're going to do app.listen 4000. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys catch up to this point. Any questions?
I guess you would be.
What we lost.
Yeah, I just found
Yeah, we don't have.
NPM is still.
I think I can.
Oh God, I see what they messed up.
All right, so
No,
the cool thing about VS Code, whoever's using VS Code in here, you can go down to the bottom where my mouse is, and you can actually pull up a terminal right here. And the nice part is this terminal is already in the directory that you're working in. So we're going to go ahead and actually see if our web server works that we just made. So to do that, I'm going to go to my server directory. And I'm going to type in node index.js. And I hope this works. Yes.
What was in line 9?
I'm going to go back in 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to do that one more time. Mine was a little messed up. So go ahead and open up the terminal in VS Code. Go to the server directory. And then in the server directory, type in node index.js.
How do you open the terminal?
Go down to the bottom of VS Code. I'll show you. And you can just pull it up with your mouse. So if everything works when you hit enter, you should see server works.
Save the index.js file. Save
Is this what you...
Okay, does everyone see server works on their screen? Any questions? Is that better?
Did you have no?
Yes. Do I type from here?
Yeah, so from here, go into your server directory.
So CD
So
server.
CD server.
No. Okay.
Awesome. And then from here, type in node space index.js.
these places. I always feel stupid in it. But that's okay, I get past it. Okay, so
This was even thinking, like, honestly. Let's ask for something like that.
He sent you over for some reason my node index.js not working.
Oh, so
Actually,
all right. So bad news is this is.
I can use this token from here.
I'm trying to think of. Wait, did you save? Oh, you have to save this first. You see that one over there? So just click Control S. Oh no! Oh, so click up here and then Control S. Okay, that should save it. And then try this command again. No. Oh. What is that?
I'm already going late, so.
Wired. Oh, did you do the long
The code, yeah.
really?
I enjoyed
Yeah. Did you do npm in it as well? Yeah. Okay, I think that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is this long code you're talking about? Or is it
Yeah. No. It's this one. npm install, of course. Yeah. Okay. Can you go back to VSCode? Oh, this might be misspelled.
Oh, the required. Is it required or required?
Required. There you go. This is type. This is typo. And then Control S. Yep, and then go down here and press the up key. Oh, hold on. Yeah. And then press the up key. Yep. Really? Can't find module? Why do you... Oh, you have it backwards. It's YTD. Yep. Control S. Yep. And then, yep. Awesome. Cool. No problem.
So what's this?
So basically, this is Node accessing your internet. So this is how it's kind of doing the backend side of things. So I would allow access for ease of use later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's not going to do anything funky, I promise.
Okay. Thank
I've
you.
worked with it for so long. It hasn't done anything funky.
Thank you.
You got it, Donald? Yeah. I'm lost again, but I'll get to it.
Okay.
To someone that he can use some help.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get to it. I'm gonna get to it really quick.
And you had everything initialized. My backtrace.
So when I oh wait, save this. Oh no, no. No, try to run things. And you sure that and you run that and you ran that out this one. Library package I incorporated revisions to your code to Git. Because what I did was, like, I downloaded NodeJS.
Okay, guys, we're gonna keep going. Okay, so we're gonna leave this server running in the background for now. Now we're actually gonna start using Git now. So, whoever wrote the code, whoever the backend developer on the team was, if you're on VSCode, you should see this little symbol right here, and it will allow you to open up a second terminal right here, which is nice. So. Before we actually push our code to GitHub, we need to do one more thing. So VS Code is a great tool for Git because you can see this over here. It shows you, this is staging and committing files, all done through the GUI, which is helpful. So we don't actually want all these files in here. A lot of these files are just from the libraries that we downloaded, and they don't have anything to do with the code that we wrote. So to get rid of some of these files, we're going to go over to Google Chrome, and we're going to type in NodeJS git ignore. Git ignore is a file that tells Git to explicitly ignore certain files in a directory. And the nice part is that these were made for us on GitHub.
What was it? Node git ignore?
Yes. So go ahead and copy this file. And we're going to go back to VS Code. And at the root of our project, we're going to create a new file. That is not the root of my project. We're going to name it .git ignore. Yes.
Was that file very depending on which libraries you have?
So it will, yes. I just went with the template off GitHub. But if you want to ignore like specific files, then you can. So I'm going to go ahead and just paste that template into the .git ignore file. And I'm going to save all my changes. And as you can see over here, the files just went down to 4 instead of 360.
You see that?
Is everyone caught up to that point? Or any questions?
We created.
I still
You can't see how it's deleted, but this number was 362.
Yeah, still have
Git ignored, and it ignored
Okay,
all
did
the
you save?
files. I had to copy this.
Yeah, go ahead, go to file.
Create a new folder called Git ignore.
And you save all. And just give it a second.
Ignore certain files.
So for some reason my program is yeah, I have to do this like debug, and I know this is
That's
so
got to be useful.
Actually, from console to terminal. I think somewhere you need to take from is it from?
Yeah, you're right. I'm not really going to debug a lot of code problems right now. I really just want to focus on Git and collaboration today. We are having another workshop next week on NodeJS.
Okay.
So anything that you aren't able to get to run right now, you can just reference the repository.
Okay.
Yes.
So you said I'm missing somewhere or something? Yeah, that's you. 5, 7, 7 hours. So what might be the problem? Yeah.
Is that getting more into the workshop?
Oh, it's in the workshop.
Oh, so right now, on Windows, it's on
Why here?
Yeah, I have to split it up into second.
Can you type?
So on both terminal screens, getting an error.
Give me 1 second. Yeah.
Got the error. First time it says I misspelled index, but then when I'm typing node index, that keeps coming up. And then I checked syntax, all that, and then now I go back. It's like I tried to go back to directory. So for some reason my terminal is not working. What is that? Like this terminal right here? It's not working. Like whatever I type is working. Like I have to use the debugger and start it to see this. But like if I type anything in terminal.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and push this up to GitHub now. So
what's happening? So anytime you type anything in here, it goes to the debug console?
Yeah, like what I feel like is
usually I use this interface over here, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do it on the command line, so you can do it. You can follow with any text editor that you're working with. Okay.
Yes.
So go over to your workshop directory.
So
Your
basically
outer
you say
directory.
like this. So
And
just go and stop debugger.
you want to type
Try to
in
do
git
it.
add dot, and this will tell Git to stage all of the files
You're already in the server.
that you're working with.
Oh, there you go. No problem.
Good question. We're keeping the server running in the background, right?
Yep. Okay, and now if we head back over to VS Code, we should be able to see that our files were staged if it updated. Yeah, so now in VS Code, these files are now under staged. So all of these files are ready to be committed
You
now.
said go to back.
So to actually
GitHub
commit
Workshop
these
server.
files, we're gonna go back to the terminal,
Git add dot.
Okay.
Did that.
and we're gonna do git commit
Oh, no, this is just a warning.
Oh, now I'm
dash
gonna
m,
get
Hold on.
and we're gonna give it a message. We'll call it initial commit.
Okay, so that's good. So,
Get it.
yeah, you're good.
commit. Thank you.
And it should look like this when you hit enter.
You guys all good with this?
Any questions up to this point?
You need to look at the
Not yet.
you need to have that.
I still forget passwords for. That's what it's for. Unfortunately, I have to go. I still have to get for the policy. It's fine.
Still just
Or don't.
or hard copy, old school. You feel has a piece of paper.
Exactly. Hard is the most secure thing in the world.
Yeah, so your email.
Yep.
Yeah, so you gotta do this command.
A piece of paper is still the most secure thing in the world.
Configure your pretty much by setting these variables, when you push it up to GitHub, GitHub will see your email and put your profile picture and all your code. So it's actually pretty useful. So go ahead and just go through both of these and just add your email and your name. And then try to run it again. So you can just copy and paste these commands.
But just put my email in between.
Yeah, the email that you use for your GitHub account. That is.
On the right, the repository be erased. Delete it.
You want to delete your repository?
I want to delete this one.
Okay. So go. Okay, so it doesn't look like you actually created it. You're still in create repository. So you want to create a new one called Hello World.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so go up here, click on your profile picture. Go to your repositories. And then Hello World. Just click on that. Go up to settings. And then at the bottom you can delete. So scroll down. Yeah. So delete this repository.
Once I do this,
Thank you.
am I going to be called up to the board?
Yes. Okay, so then just run the git commit.
What is it? -n.
Yeah.
Enter.
So then parentheses and give it a name. Just call it initials. There.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna keep moving just because we're running low on time now. Okay, so to make sure that you have the commit, you can type in git log, and it will show all of your commits. This number up here is actually a unique identifier for the commit, so you can reference it at any time. Press Q to get out of this. Okay, so we're actually going to push this to GitHub now. So to make sure that you added your GitHub repository correctly, type in git remote show origin, and it should show you the URL of your GitHub repository. And then we're going to do git push origin master. So this is telling Git to push the master page to origin. Origin references the URL of your GitHub repository. So once you hit enter, it will create a new branch called master on GitHub. So if we go over to GitHub, I'll refresh this page, and here's all my code.
I'll type that in. Like GitHub push.
Because I don't have the code.
Oh, log that.
Yeah, log it.
I'm already logged in.
So bad. Not with your terminal. Not with Git Bash.
So just my username and password. And then once I log in,
This is username. Now it's looking for my password.
Yeah, password.
Okay, I think you spelled work.
Nice. Alright, check your GitHub.
Where should it be at?
Refresh. Good.
It's on there. The Git remote show origin, that just shows
The remote server that your local is connected to. So like, local is like while you're working on your computer, and then like you put in the cloud. So like you're working with someone, they can see your code too.
okay, so this code shows
Which code?
the Git push origin.
Git push pushes your code.
Git remote show origin.
That that shows the links where your code will be pushed if you run the Git push. So Git push origin master pushes master branch to origin.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Alright guys, we're gonna move on.
Thank you.
So, we just set up our backend code. We're gonna go ahead and do front end code right now. So, switch to the front end developer on your team.
You want to do that? You want to do the front end? I did the back end.
I'll try. So, good. I'll try.
Or we can just do it together.
So I need to have.
what's your step on this?
Okay, if you're not working in a group, you can still follow. You're just not gonna need to clone down the code from the repository. So, for the front end developer, go over to your friend's repository and click on this clone or download button and copy that.
So how am I supposed to get to your repository?
Once you get to this point, head over to your terminal and type in Git Clone and then that. By doing Git Clone, it automatically sets the origin for the URL of the repository that you can push to, and it also creates a directory for you on your computer. I'm not going to run this just because I already have the code on my computer, but I'll leave this up here for a second.
If he's working alone,
Yeah, you're not going to have to.
yeah.
We're supposed to be talking to our supposed to be like our business.
Yes.
I'm doing it, so it doesn't matter, right? I'm the only one that's...
Right.
Yeah, you won't have to.
Don't do it? Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
I'm working on it.
Sorry.
If you want, you can try to put it in YouTube.
So try to just follow along.
Yeah. Alright, once you clone the code onto your machine, go ahead and run npm and actually, first go into the server directory. And run npm install.
So press.
So Git Clone.
That's what we do right now. Give me like 1 second.
Git Clone
And then run npm install.
So CD server and then npm.
Yeah.
It's like there's someone else who's like pulling your code down. Remember that you can ignore it, so like ignore all the files. So like npm install.
Okay.
Get all those files.
Once you have all that code, once you have your friend's code, go back over to VS Code, or just open it up in a text editor. And we're going to start actually creating the UI interface for our web app. So at the root of your project, create a new file called index.html. Alright, and we're just going to write up some HTML for the UI.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why do you name everything index? What does that mean?
Index? It's just a naming convention that's popular. You can use index or app.js or index.js. It's usually like the root of your application.
But in like, you could use whatever you
You
want.
can use any name you want.
Sweet. How do we create the HTML file? We just go into doc, right?
Well, do you have it on VS Code?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing on there?
And remember, if you guys don't want to copy all of this HTML code, it is in the repository.
We're just like partners. Yeah. This is on GitHub. So basically, if you work on something and you want to pull his work, that's basically what it is. So I don't need to pull the boards. Well, you can push your board.
Okay, I'll give you guys a few minutes to catch up here. Can everyone see this, Rico?
Yeah.
Can you help me with this? Yeah, so basically, I was kind of like stuck on the part where it's git push or basically, so that's me to Git information.
Oh, it is. It's just not. It's almost very. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Oh, see that?
This looks like it was a good thing to make too. I watch a lot of YouTube.
For real.
Yeah.
You all good?
Yeah.
I had to scroll over for a bit so I could see the button.
Are you caught up with this? Are you guys caught up? Not yet. Okay. I'm gonna put this on a different way. Make it easier.
I can copy my backtrace until I set it here. For some reason, it says my repository is official.
Yeah, mine. I mean, not now.
Yes.
I'm in the same place.
Okay, I'm gonna keep moving just because we're starting to run out of time now.
I used to be fine.
Like, I have everything that you guys.
We need 2 more static files for our front end. So we're gonna create an index.js. I'm sorry, script.js. And we will create a style.css. Okay, so in the script.js, we're going to add a little bit of code so that when we click the button in our HTML, it will make a request to the web server that we made in the server folder.
basically now you're at middle of the line, but that's
Okay. Yes. I'm sorry?
Where did you find the URL?
The one that I just typed in? So this is localhost 4000. That is where our web server in the server file is listening on. So if I go over to server index.js, it's listening on localhost 4000.
What's the URL say?
Can you guys still see that? I zoomed that one. Yes. Just because we're running out of time, I'm going to leave out the CSS file, but the app will still work without it. Just won't look pretty.
Yeah, who cares if it looks pretty as long as it works.
Right.
CSS is fun.
Alright, so you guys caught up with this?
To kill.
Does anyone need more time with this file?
Oh, CSS can like write like a couple hundred lines of code and just, I like it.
And just like,
head over to your terminal.
Yeah.
What movie is it?
And go to your workshop directory. So we just made changes to our friend's code. We don't want to just push it to master right away. We want to create our own branch, push it to their GitHub repository, and let them approve our code before we commit it to master. So to do that, we're going to do git checkout -b, and this will create a new branch, and we'll name the branch front end, and we'll hit enter. So from within this branch, we need to stage all of our files. So we're going to run git add dot to stage all of our files. And then we will commit these files. So git commit and a commit message. And then we're going to push these changes to GitHub. So we're going to do git push origin front end. That's the name of our branch. Hit enter, and you should see that it created a new branch called front end on GitHub. So if we go back over to GitHub and refresh the page, you guys should see a notification at the top that says front end less than a minute ago. So now we want to merge this branch into master. I don't think we're going to have enough time. We only have 15 minutes left. We're not going to finish the application today. We got really close to finishing it. The rest of the code is on the repository from GitHub. But right now I just want to focus on merging these two branches together. Is everyone at this place? Or
can you go to VSCode real quick?
Yeah.
Window.org.
Any questions up to this point?
Yeah, you said you do git checkout branch, right?
Right, so it's I'll pull it up for you. This is the command. Git checkout -b and then the name of the branch.
In VS Code, where'd you get that link from?
We didn't have time to create the endpoint on the server. So
Should I just type that into mine?
Yeah.
It'll pop up. Okay.
if you follow the code in the GitHub repository in the PowerPoint, you'll see it. We just missed it today.
I know you're talking about. Because I want to understand. Yes. I want to double check. Question.
So how we doing?
I'm good.
Good. How's that recording?
It's still on. Yeah. Yeah, that's the case that makes it look all like boxy. Yeah. It's an iPhone.
For this link, where do you see it?
Thank you.
I'm trying to type this link in, but he's not answering.
I'll go to his GitHub.
I'll be looking first few minutes of her
Make a note.
Yeah.
At the top. The,
Right here.
yeah.
Are you subscribed to the YouTube channel?
VS.
Yeah, because I'm gonna upload this tonight. So like, if you do want to like take your time and doing all this, you can do that.
VS.
What is it?
Okay, guys. Is anyone still stuck?
This is a way of saying, okay, that's not part of
We're gonna move forward. So we're gonna go over to Google Chrome, and whoever opened up this branch, whoever wrote the front end code, I want you to go over to GitHub and click Compare and Pull Request.
I don't have a mouse. You have to type this link in and do these steps for the front.
Yeah.
Okay. So right here, GitHub tells us that there are no conflicts. We're able to merge this code successfully. But we want to leave a comment for our friend so that he knows what this code is, what these changes are, and he can decide if he wants to merge this code in.
That's what I was just doing right there.
Okay. Once you guys are done typing this, just go ahead and create pull request.
Yes.
Cool. So over here on the top right, you can assign someone to review your code. In this case, I didn't work with anyone. So if you were in a team of more than one, add your friend as a reviewer to this code. Your friend should get a notification and can visit the PR to look at your code.
Can you go back to VS Code real quick?
Yeah.
That's the link.
Oh, gotcha.
Any questions up to this point? About opening up the pull request?
It just says, hey,
Okay, so when I'm looking at this pull request, let's say I didn't write this code, and I want to see what changes my friend made. I can go over here to Files Changed. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. But it shows me what was added. Green indicates code was added. Red would be over here, would indicate that code was removed. We did not delete any code in this commit. So I can see right here that my friend added 2 files. If I want him to change something, I can go over here to the plus sign and I can leave a comment. I'm not going to do that right now, just because we're running out of time. When I'm finished making my comments, or I've decided that I want to approve this code, I can go up to review changes, and I can either leave a general comment, I can request changes. If I request changes, my friend will not be able to merge the code until he makes the changes to the code. But for now, I'm just going to approve these changes. If you are the author of the pull request, you cannot approve your own changes. I tried. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to go back and I'm going to hit merge pull request. And then it's going to ask you again, just hit confirm merge. And once the merge was successful, you can go ahead and delete the front end branch. We don't need it anymore. Okay. And if you guys go back to the main page, you will see that all of the changes, the index.html, the script.js, and the styles.css were all added to the master branch. And we only have one branch here. Okay. That pretty much ends today's workshop. Do you guys have any questions for me?